welcome to Taco Bell in downtown New Delhi. If you want to see a fusion of Tex-Mex and Indian cuisine, you've come to the right place. What we got here are a wide variety of chalupas and burritos filled with Indian chicken and cheese, and personally, I think it's pretty nice. So sit back and relax because the show is about to begin. So I was sprinting around the shopping malls of downtown New Delhi, came across a Taco Bell, and decided to take a closer look. I mean, I was pretty intrigued by the prospect of trying a Taco Bell in India. And after taking a short look at their menu, I could see they had a wide variety of items I've never seen before. So I ordered myself a buck-wild selection of calorically dense chow, reason being because I am, in fact, worth it. And the first item I decided to try out is a little thing I like to call a lime and mint freeze. Now, this did just look like your run-of-the-mill slushie, but I was holding out hope that maybe, just maybe, this beverage had the capacity to change my life. So I took myself a suave, self-assured, and sophisticated sip, and I was actually stunned. This edible and incredible lime and mint freeze tasted like a virgin mojito in slushy form. Surprising as it may sound, that lime and mint freeze had a profound impact on my life, presumably a positive one. So after slurping that puppy down, I started checking out my chow, trying to decide which to try out first. And after careful consideration, I decided I'd best be trying out the spicy cheese chalupa filled with tandoori chicken. I mean, what's more intriguing than a chalupa with tandoori chicken? Not only is this fast food Tex-Mex, which is a fusion of American foods and Mexican foods, but it's filled with Indian chicken, making it a Tex-Mex and Indian cuisine fusion, which is a fusion of a fusion. So I looked at that chalupa for a New Delhi nanosecond, and then I took myself a modest chomp. And as soon as I bit down and furiously chewed down on that chalupa, my taste buds were getting highly excited and confused. They were trying to figure out which country they were in, and come to think of it, so was I. So I figured I'd triangulate my taste buds by taking another bite. And wow, just wow, that right there is a pretty decent chalupa. That wheat flour gordita shell is deep fried to perfection with a slightly chewy, slightly crunchy texture and an admirable level of greasiness. With each flavor-packed bite, my teeth are chomping deep inside that soft, warm shell and exposing those spicy sauces, fresh vegetables, and tandoori chicken. Holy mariachi dogs, that's an interesting flavor combo if I do say so myself. That Indian chicken adds a subtle turmeric and garam masala flavor that you wouldn't taste in Tex-Mex otherwise. And I gotta say, I kinda like that flavor combo. I'm thinking that Indian and Mexican food is a fusion made in heaven. Even though the two countries are separated by thousands of miles, I feel like they have a kindred spirit of sorts. But anyway, enough with all that chalupa chatter, now it's time for some more chow. So I got those chalupa remnants out the way, and I moved on to the chicken tikka masala burrito. And man, oh man, take a look at that burrito. Don't you just want to take an animalistic bite out of that burrito? I sure know that I do. That buck-wild burrito is sitting there just asking to be eaten. So I firmly yet gently grabbed that burrito, and it was feeling warm and soft to the touch. And then in one swift movement, I took myself a huge chomp with such a raw, unbridled savagery that I started attracting attention in the place. My eating enthusiasm was raising a few eyebrows, but hey, I'm not here to impress anyone, baby. I'm just here to shovel large quantities of calories down my throat while barely moving. And I gotta say, with each passing bite, I knew within the very depths of my soul that that right there was a decent burrito. It was tasting suave-dished, caliente, and delicioso all at the same time, baby. Basically, this bad boy was filled with rice and other standard run-of-the-mill burrito fixins plus that chicken tikka masala. The chicken added a sort of yogurty, peppery flavor to the mix, and I was loving it to bits. In fact, in some strange, inscrutable way, I felt like that inanimate, organic hunk of burrito matter completed me. This eating experience is a pivotal moment not only for my own personal development, but also for the development of humankind itself. I mean, the fact that 3 different cuisines from around the world can combine into one buck-wild burrito gives me cause for pause. If this one burrito can single-handedly raise cross-cultural awareness between 3 different countries, then what's next? I think they better open up a Taco Bell in North Korea and issue this burrito a Nobel Peace Prize. But hey, I'm getting a tad off topic over here. I guess what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way is that right there is a nice burrito, dare I say a real nice burrito. So I slammed that final bit of burrito down the hatch and then I proceeded to the final chalupa. I mean, hey, I know what you're thinking, I already had a chalupa. Well, guess what, baby cakes? I just so happen to be a pretty big fan of chalupas, so I'm getting myself 2. Can you actually blame me on that? Now, right about now, you're probably wondering what kind of chalupa is that? Well, let me explain it to you real simple like. This particular chalupa is of the vegetarian variety, and it's called the Mexican Paneer Chalupa. Paneer is unaged Indian cheese, and although I love that paneer to bits, I most definitely never had it in a chalupa before. So upon taking my first bite, I didn't know what to expect, and I gotta say I was quite surprised. That paneer inside was pretty soft compared to the chicken I had in my earlier chalupa. I'm not exactly sure how to explain it, but it feels kinda weird biting into a chalupa without anything substantial on the inside. On top of that, unlike the first chalupa, this one didn't have much spiciness, so I decided to put some fire sauce in there. After all, sometimes you gotta carpe the diem and jack a whole bunch of spiciness into your life. So after squeezing out that Taco Bell sauce all over the place, I took myself a nice bite. And oh my Mahatma Gandhi, that right there really upped the flavor quotient. Still, that said, this was not the best chalupa I had in my life. And I think if I had to rank these items, I'd put the first chalupa and that lime and mint drink at the top. Those were in fact some pretty existence-enhancing food items. Then the chicken tikka masala burrito would be second, and this paneer chalupa would be last. Still, overall, I enjoyed all the items, and I gotta say, this is an eating experience I won't soon forget. Oh, and by the way, if you want to see even more earth-shattering food tours in India, then feel free to check out my previous episodes. I've got a video about McDonald's in India, and I've got a whole playlist of street foods in India. I've got those links down in the description box. So don't forget to subscribe for all your dreams to come true, and thanks for watching.